Okay, hello. I was going to do this tomorrow. Well, I'll probably do one Monday about the weapon. I thought I'd do this one first because this is more important than being prepared in that way. Weapons. I mean, and everybody knows to be prepped with food and supplies and stuff like that. And but in the how to do stuff the old timey way, I'll probably do that after the new year. Um, talking, to talk. Blah, blah, blah. I need to get with some other people and you know get some more help with that. Because I know a little bit, but not enough to do it on my own. So any help will be greatly appreciated because it's not for me, it's for everybody. So because they over the many years, they took that away from us, about the old ways and stuff, and especially the mental preparedness. I know a lot of people, if it happened today, shit hit the fan today, they'd be like, oh my god, um, what do I do? And that's the ones that's not going to survive. If you're not mentally prepared, you're not going to last long after that happens. That's just a fact. You got to keep your cool. And especially if you got family to think about. So um, and well, and if it's just yourself too. Um, so um, anybody who wants to join, let me know and I'll send you the link. Um, there, or I'll just put it. I know some people can't click it through the YouTube thing, so especially if you're on a mobile phone, whatever. So, but it's like I was saying, if you're not prepared up here, all the amount of stuff that you have ain't, really don't mean nothing if you're not mentally prepared and what to do in that situation. So um, well, it is important to be prepped, but like I said, you need to. I know that's something I've been trying to work on myself, and a lot of others on here I've talked with have too. It's a lot to deal with all this shit, and what's coming. Especially when you know what's coming, it's that much more mental stress put on you, So, um, and that's not good for your health either, or your mentality, whatever. But yes, that's right, Debbie. Good preparation helps to eliminate panic. Yes, that's for sure. Um, so I don't know why my lighting looks so weird. I look orange, or is it just me? Please let me know if it's just me. Um, anyway, it's really annoying. Maybe it's my actual light. I don't know. Anyway, I don't care. Um, mm, so reading the chat here. Sorry. Hey guys, Billy Bass, Debbie, and Foxy. Hey you guys. Yeah, like I said, I was going to do one tomorrow. I'll probably do that one Monday or something. I don't know. It's the holidays, and I know a lot of people probably won't be around, but that don't matter. Anyway, because the kids. Yeah, I probably will do it Monday because I won't be able to do nothing the rest of the week there. Um, well, I will, but I'll probably just do little videos and stuff further on this topic and other things I've been talking about. Um, but like I said, the cannon and all that other stuff. It'll be after the new year. So let's see. Debbie said, if you have already thought out what you will do in different given situations, that gives you self confidence, and you'd be less likely to panic. Yeah, that's true. You got to certain scenarios. Yeah, thank you, Debbie. I don't know why it's a bit orange. That's weird. Anyway, I, not bad though. Okay, cool. I like orange. Anyway, oh yeah, like she was saying in the chat there, certain situations. Like I had a situation on here with someone. It's been months ago, but I forget what we were even talking about. Yeah, it was something like this about the uh, collapse and everything, and people would be needing help, and if someone knocked on their door, they would not answer it. They would shoot through the door whoever was on the other side. You know, so how that showed me how really unprepared this person really was. They're so paranoid of everybody. And it could have been a little kid or something knocking on your door, and you just fucking killed them. You know, so that's why you may be cautious, but don't shoot first and then ask questions later. That's yeah, morally to me that's wrong. To most people it should be, but anyway, um, but if y'all seen it or y'all know me, you know who I'm talking about there with that situation. But he came on here just to attack, more or less us, me and my friends and stuff. So, but um, anyway, um, I guess I could be brave through the link for the hangout there. Um, Anyone wants to join there? To all the 4 people watching. I'm just, anyway, but it is Saturday. It's early, so I know there's 2 other shows later today that I saw. One, I can't remember the name of it. Street Nickel was doing, and there was another one. Let's see, can't remember his name now. Steve Tergoose doing the show later today. Anyway, if you want to watch them, whatever. It's at 9 p.m. Both of them. But um, yeah, like she said, and I said, being able to help others as well as oneself is the best approach. In helping them, you're helping yourself. Too. So, um, anyway, I'm gonna click something here. Hang on. It's weird. I'm not usually here by myself that much. So, um, I'm trying to think of other situations where, you know, it's like Eric used to say if he's a black man, and a lot of people are prejudiced and stuff. Would I help someone of another race? Yes, because they're human. Don't see color. And you'll see a lot of that going on because of the way we've been conditioned uh, over the centuries and stuff. So, um, but um, uh, I don't know what else I can add here. If anybody wants to join, there's a link. Uh, Add your 10 cents or whatever. Um, let's see. Um, anyway, welcome to join. trying to think here. Mm, I'm sorry, I'm lost at the moment. Been trying to work on a painting all day and stuff too. Just get too distracted, kids and everything. So um, mental preparedness. Yeah. Um, you know, you could Google search stuff like that. What you should do in those situations, but you gotta. Okay, good. Um, you're not going to really know unless you're faced with that situation in before that happens. If you've ever been through something like that in normal, what we call normal situations, like say you come upon somebody who's had a car accident or something, and you stop and help them. That kind of situations like that, if you would help them without thinking, type of thing. In the scenario of shit hits the fan, if you seen somebody hurt, injured, would you help them? And then, like Debbie said, in helping them, you're helping yourself. Because you might need help one day, and they may be the one to help you. I've had that happen actually myself, and I'm sure a lot of others out there have had the same happen too. So, like the karma thing, you know, um, mm, um, what else can I say? Being meditation, yeah, that helps you be mentally prepared. I know Foxy talks a lot about that, and it helps her, with her situation. Um, Same with everyone else, being aware of your surroundings, little things, pay attention to the little things, you know, they're more important than you think they are. Um, so we're bashed. Okay, Billy, buddy. Okay. Anyway, the links to the YouTube there. Anyone wants to join. So um, I know we hadn't been putting the link out, but the way if they want to take us down, they're going to anyway. So I just put the link out there. Whoever joins, joins. So can't live in fear, because that's where they want us in fear, and I think that's why people have been going around doing that to people, because make them afraid to interact with other new people, um, and that's what we need to do more than ever, so because we all need each other, we know that, not like a hive mentality, we all have different thoughts and different ideas and stuff, but more being be yourself, don't be um don't follow the herd, sheep, whatever you want to call them. think for yourself. That's what this is about too. The mental preparedness. You're not gonna see all these people acting crazy and shit. Are you gonna be out there doing the same thing? No, I'm not. Because that's you go crazy like that. Uh, you're no good to your family and friends. So, oh, see, Dave's joined. Hey, hello. You can unmute. Can you hear me?
Oh, now I can.
Okay.
I
Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was done. It's okay. It's just telling people not to be afraid. Uh, because that's a lot of people when something like that will happen. It's gonna happen. When that happens, to not be afraid. You know, um, like say the UN comes in and shit,
What do I need to do?
and you don't act all crazy and shit and try to take their guns and shit. You just say like I don't remember someone said Gordon said ask them who's taking care of your family because they're doing the same thing in your country.
Oh,
That's the way that's going to happen. You know, right, Dave?
yeah. Sorry.
That's okay.
You know me, always distracted.
Yeah, I know.
No rest for the
You have,
wicked.
that's true. Yeah, and I said I wasn't going to do this today, but here I am.
Yeah, I might have to run real quick, but I'll be back. So if you're still on,
Okay, that's okay. Cool.
just some moral support.
Thank you. Uh, uh, say hey to everybody there. Debbie, Susan, Kathleen, Billy, P. Marie, and Foxy. Hello, guys, and anybody else watching, not chatting. Um, so, and you're in there too. So, yeah, and it's an odd time of day too. So, should be people probably outside and stuff, but it's too fucking cold here to go outside. So, I'm not outside.
So what was your topic again?
Mental preparedness.
Oh, mental preparedness.
Yeah. Like not going crazy when the shit hits the fan.
Ah.
Yeah, like Mutt would do.
Oh,
Oops, I
yeah.
didn't do. Sorry. Anyway, um, that's paranoia. That's not, you know, seems like he's a paranoid person.
That's all
Wouldn't you
right.
say?
The old days when people had personal problems or mental stress of some sort, they just turned to a big bottle of Jack Daniels.
Right. And they still do.
Yeah.
They still do.
They didn't have this touchy counseling like they do now.
No, no. I mean,
I actually found a really good old film about War neuroses, or what we call PTSD today.
Yeah.
I just haven't posted it yet.
Now, what was that again? My little woman was talking to me.
Oh, it's called, the title of it's One Life, what, or not One Life to Live, or
That's so proper.
it's something like that, but it has to do with, it's a post World War II film. It's about what we know as PTSD today.
Oh, okay.
They call
Okay,
it
cool.
war neuroses.
Yeah, check that out, y'all, on the channel there. So,
Yeah, I haven't posted it yet because I already posted a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, I'll have it up tomorrow.
okay, okay. Let's look for that tomorrow, y'all.
But kind of a interesting insight that the military is actually admitting to that these things happen.
Yeah.
Now, whether they want to pay to help fix it is another story.
Oh, of course they don't. Why would they?
But yeah, I'll make sure to tag you on it, and you can share it to the 4 winds, and
Cool.
whoever wants to check it out can.
All right. Cool. Yeah. I was going to make a video this morning, and I didn't. About my weird dream again.
Oh.
Oh, shit. It was like I was in some kind of building. And there were other people there. I think I knew them. I think a couple of them. And they were all, for some reason, they were smoking crack. Smoking crack and doing drugs and shit like that. Anyway, it was like an old, like you've seen my house, how the ceiling and shit. The ceiling looked like that, and the walls was like graffitied on and shit. But
oh wow!
And in the distance, I could see a fire. Something was on fire. And then I was bent down talking to someone there. They were sitting down against the wall, and then I woke up. So.
Yeah,
really
I'm sure we've all had ones like that.
Yeah.
Be nice if you could record them somehow and review them later.
Yeah, I know, but I'm recording it right there too.
Yeah.
I guess. And that's, another thing too about being prepared too. When you see things like that, pay attention to them in your dreams. Pay attention, because they have double meanings sometimes too. I've seen a video this morning I posted on my Google there.
Sorry, tape gun.
What's going on there?
Oh,
you can't tape it.
Tape gun. I'm trying to multitask.
Okay. And yeah, Foxy there about the meds too. That's why, excuse me. Plus those on meds for do so-called health conditions be useful, learning what helps with certain ailments, the natural things. Because when that shit hits the fan, that's the first thing that people are going to clear out is the pharmacies, and the grocery stores, of course. That pharmacy will probably be first,
Well, yeah, since they've made so many people dependent on psychotropic drugs that they probably don't need.
Exactly. Yes, 9 times out of 10
especially
they don't need them.
kids and teenagers.
Yes, but yeah, I thought I need to get back to doing the natural remedies thing. But you can people can look that up for themselves. I mean, there's books about it and things like that. Um, not that I won't talk about it or nothing, but but you can research that stuff for yourself and you know find these things out. It's like I said. I remember some of the stuff that I read in that book from when I was a kid. My grandparents and aunts and uncles talking about using. You know, uh, so
Well, I can tell you from experience, the best way to combat that kind of thing, any kind of stress or something, is plenty of quality sleep.
yes, this
And there's many
that's
natural remedies
yeah,
you can use to help you get that.
yes, oh yes,
Um, One of the ones that work well for me is um, I take a L-tryptophan from a supplement company that I understand it sell is pretty on the up and up and sells good
yeah,
products. And
oh
I notice a difference.
yeah,
Um, I just myself personally, I don't tend to like to go get that stuff from the grocery store because
yeah,
you don't know the quality, really what you're
right,
getting. At least if you're having a company that you've researched that has a lot of positive feedback and has a good reputation, you're at least for whatever you're going to get your money's worth out of it.
right,
Um, I don't like going to doctors for that kind of thing because they tend to want to
yeah,
prescribe things that I don't want to take.
yeah. St. John's wort, yeah, that's a good one, Foxy. I know Firecat was here. She'd be telling us a lot. She knows a lot right off the top of her head. So meditation, yes. And another
Yeah.
thing that puts, hmm?
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, I put blankets on my windows because I like
Yes, darkness.
dark room helps.
Well,
Because
that's the way mine is. I got blanket up.
what
So
I guess some people use those deprivation tanks.
hmm,
No sound,
yeah,
no,
yeah. That's why I like
really no.
taking a bath and getting underwater. That's about the same thing. That's
Right.
my meditation. Because of the kids and everything, or that are going outside. But when it's too cold, that you lay down in the bath, or you know, or like let the water run over your head too. That's relaxing too. Or and like you said, that I said, laying down in the water. Just like from here back, not your cold face. But yeah, it's
Oh,
it's
I was just gonna say, I got to skedaddle just for maybe a half hour or so, and I'll be
okay.
back. All
Okay,
right.
that's okay. And Debbie, um, the more sleep you get, the more dreams may come. For me, I have to sleep for at least 5 hours straight. I don't have dreams. That's me too. Yeah, that one night I didn't get much sleep, so nothing. Um, so um, anyway, anybody else wants to join there? He'll be back in a bit. Um, so anyway. yeah, the meditation. Um, yeah. Um, and you can connect with everything then too. Like you empty your mind and all that. And if you can, I can sometimes, not all the time. There's something always there. Anyway, um, not always because fuck. Um, one thoughts I can't. Some thoughts you can't get out of your head or persons. Anyway, um, but if you can do that, every once in a while I can do it. But it gives you a sense of clarity and you understand things more. The more you get in touch with that side of yourself, you know, um, you're more open to what the universe is sending you. Like say with artwork, or something. So let me let you out the box. There we go. Hello.
Hiya, how are you doing? Hello, everybody in chat.
I'm good. How are
Okay.
you today?
Oh, I woke up with the effects of being in that fog last night. And
Oh, goodness.
My phone forgot to charge my wheelchair, so I had to go out again earlier in
Oh,
it.
shit.
I woke up with
Damn.
symptoms of a head cold.
Oh,
So,
man.
talking about
That
natural
sucks.
remedies, right? Okay, so what I did for the symptoms today, and I never, for a long time, get any cold or flu. So I got this vitamin C concoction that was made up like with what I could find, what I had in the house, and that's more like
Yeah.
natural, like
Right.
what did you make? That was it. Honey, natural honey. We had some natural
Yeah.
honey still. Chopped up ginger root, thinly
Mm.
sliced, with some lemon, thinly sliced. And she made that last night. Put it in the fridge overnight, and so you could dish a couple of bits in a hot water with some cold water,
Mm.
bottle of cold water, and just basically drinking that to try and decongest the
Yeah.
pressure in the head, and because it does
Right.
affect you, the
Oh,
head,
yeah.
like, and the body, so you can't blink and breathe. So then talk about blankets and cold. I had a blanket over my head all night because it's like, every bit of cold the senses is like on fire
Yeah.
kind of thing. So it's like
Okay.
thinking of solutions with what type of material in the blanket. Well, not to suffocate one, but to just cover
Right.
because you lose the heat out your head. So my old dear used to say this years ago. And just to make sure, and when you're out, it's to put a scarf around your nose and your mouth.
Yes. Yes.
And although my glasses steam up, but it is looking at these practical things.
Okay. Sorry.
All right,
Scared
it's
me.
family for you.
Anyway.
And then what was it? And then oh yeah, garlic in food wise. So my mate's doing me a meal tonight, a bit late, but carrots, garlic. What else you got? Potatoes. Oh, mixture of veg. That's meant to be good for the body, for the immune system, to keep that strong.
Yes.
And then if you've got your immune system reasonably healthy for whatever, as usual for oneself, that's meant to help with the psychological and the mind, power of the mind, effect.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so from experience in life, generally, everyone's got their own situation and stress. But it's looking at, I mean, I've got the example of meditation over the years, subconscious mind, everyone's different on that one, but I've been doing that for about a year. So I said
Yeah.
before in a show about that. But
Yeah.
that's, in my opinion, from what if the internet goes down and there's no other resource, I can remember. Hopefully, I'll remember. So, say for pain, if one's got no the mainstream or any herbs or anything on hand and you're in pain, it's like focusing the mind on something else. And that's what I learned to do over the period of years. And breathing, slowing the breathing
Yes.
down. And just if one is able to, because it does take practice. And if one is automatic hyperactive and just instant reaction, that's the one thing that could get you into trouble, is reacting very
Yes.
quickly to things without thinking.
Right.
And I found a channels, a survivor kind of channel thing, and that's the one thing they said in a panic situation or an unforeseen situation happens and everything goes pear-shaped, is not to get in that mindset of panic, which is easy said than
Right.
done, isn't it? And especially if you've got
Right.
little ones or family. And
Yes.
it's like, I can remember, put a practical example I'll give you. Next
Yeah.
week they're meant to close the post offices for strike. So
Yeah.
people that are reliant on the state for their income, where they're going to go, especially like myself, I'm in a wheelchair, so I can't travel all the way down to the next one, which is miles away.
Right.
So one is thinking, okay, let's look at solutions and write it down. So you might not have your phone working, if you've got these smartphones or whatever. So you
Right.
get your
Yeah.
old-fashioned pen and paper and stick it on a wall. This is what I was taught. I know it sounds stupid, but I was taught this ages ago.
Yeah.
Have a little things at a time. You can't take on the
Yes.
world. So
Right. Right.
depending what the subject is more important to your situation, and you
Yes.
keep that on the wall to remind yourself, okay, I can do this, because you can't do everything at once. You do little
Right.
things at a time. And then
Yes, that's
what's
like
more
I said earlier.
practical?
Yeah, the little things are more important than people think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
And it's like, all right, so I couldn't do. It was frustrating because the mind sometimes wants to do more than the body can.
Yes, that's true.
So, and then what with the weather, the way they like to play around with that, it's like, okay, I've seen some pictures earlier today. Oh my God, what I saw today in my area is just,
Mm.
but I don't have the snow stuff yet. But it's like,
Oh, me neither.
yeah, and it's like, okay, um, practical things for the health. As I said earlier in the chat, St. John's Wort, I got some of that in. Yeah, it's
Yes.
trying to find now what you can get in a discount if there's any stores that got sales on, if you got the
Right.
finance though, because that's a big thing, isn't it, at the moment.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
if one doesn't live in the countryside or in a woods area and you're able to get edible herbs, that kind of thing, they could be
Yeah.
gone, because if
Right.
there's a God forbid, I read this on the site yesterday, there's a eruption of some kind of ash volcano and it
Right.
travels quite through the atmosphere, whatever country you live in. So you're looking at your food supply dashed. You can't
Right.
grow anything out. So it's looking what little bits you can do inside. And what you said one time in your show about learning about canning
Yes.
and the methods, the simple methods of that. And it's really to start, get the old-fashioned books. You go to charity shops, you can find any. If one's got any, I don't know what you call them in your country, but in UK it's
Yeah.
charity shops. And you can get these cheap books. Look out for, I've got a couple. I didn't appreciate it at the time, but I still got one on survival on healthcare,
Yeah.
how to self-care. Instead of you think about it, years ago, we didn't have all these mainstream hospitals and doctors about, did we?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do they do then? They use that what was available naturally. Mind
Yeah.
you, I suppose you didn't have the weather the way it is, like it is now. Them days, you
Mhm.
go. So I presume I wasn't around then, but I'm just presuming.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're talking about those that are like like in your country and various around the world, people that have been put on these medications for post-traumatic stress. Yeah, so they've been in the
Yes.
army, they've been out. You hear about people being put on high addictive drugs, like Debbie and Grim just sharing that and stuff. And so like I've noticed this week they've gone to a cheaper version of make. Oh, and this time they put in all. I was going to do a photo and post it, but I didn't go around to it. And I was reading the prescription. Well, it wasn't a prescription actually. It's the side effects of each drug. That there must be 6 sheets that came with it this week. And I thought,
God,
yeah, and I've never had that before all these years, and I noticed they're all made in UK, all UK companies, they're corporations, bloody heck. And I just dawned on me, because obviously listening to Debbie and Grimm's shows and you guys what you do, I just dawned on me, I thought, hold on, that's blatantly telling me it's got bloody chemicals in it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And the side effects. So all those that are like myself, many people out there that are trying to get off all this stuff. And I mean, in my advantage, I suppose I've got a year of doing that meditation. So I'm hoping perhaps a couple of more months I'll be there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's looking for that alternative to like iron tablets. So I've been researching the herb on that. But then again, when you look at if there's no shops about, what alternatives there are, learning what you can actually use now. I think what was it Jammer said one time about baking soda, what you could do with that, and I'm thinking, my mum said something about that years ago. I can't remember.
It helps for a lot of things.
Yeah.
The cancer is one of them.
Yeah.
But there's a couple other things, too.
And it's like if you get your cheap, you can get a pound. I mean, I'll get mine quite cheap. Sea salt, all right, as a mouthwash, and coconut butter. Well, coconut oil, I should say. But then again, if you can't buy them in the shops, and there's no shops about, they're all closed down or whatever, there's looking at alternatives, isn't there? So thinking ahead really is hard to do because the distractions around, isn't there?
Right. Yes, definitely.
And
they more every day.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, my homework is looking at that angle in my own personal situation. It's like, okay, right. So when I just got injured recently, a week tomorrow, I thought, right, what can I do to help my own body without having to run to the mainstream doctors and people like that? Because all they're going to do is give you more bloody pills, aren't they? And more medication. I don't want to be on that. So for those that are seriously have that, as I call it alleged diagnosis, because I mean, where's the real proof? You got opinions of people saying they got this diagnosis, that illness, and is it man-made or who knows? So from when I researched years ago about psychiatry, and when I came across the passiflora, my mother, I mean, she got it from her grandmother. The herb of passiflora is a flower and made into a tablet form. I can't find them anywhere. I've been searching for a long time. And I had them years ago, even before, just to take the edge off if you're stressed with young kids or whatever. And I took them years ago, and they really do work because 100% content is just pure flower of that passiflora. So I cannot find any of them with that 100% content in the health food shops. I'm not surprised.
Well, that's probably why you can't find it, because it's 100% effective.
Yes, actually. Because when I'm reading the ingredients and a lot of these so-called health products in these shops, they haven't got that. It's like vitamin B17. They won't store it because it's controlled, isn't it? They won't have a license for a health food shop. Again, the fake government, because they were controlling them, aren't they? They thought there's a national chain, and that's what gets me. There's a small independent shop. Then she goes against the grain, the owner, and she will stock stuff like that. But but she can't do it openly, if you know what I mean. You just have
Right.
to get to
Yes.
know her and do a deal, you know, like in the pub. Oh yeah, how are you? Is this
Right.
for that? You know, but it's not like hard drugs, you know, or anything like that. It's pure
Right.
organic and pure herb. But
Yeah.
you know, it's like hemp, you know, what they used to use years ago, and then the
Yes.
cannabis. I mean, it's like my mate was telling me she watched a typical UK channel, and it's all about the cops and busting innocent people
Right.
in the sense just having about £5 worth of cannabis for personal use, and they're making it
Mm.
statute law, banning it when it's meant to be healthy for you.
Mm.
And that
Yeah.
like Gwen's in a fortunate situation where in their state, you know, I mean, I wish UK could decriminalise it, but a lot of people use it anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
but
yeah. Yeah.
somebody I know who said she can get some, which I'll be
Yeah.
careful. I said I don't, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you gotta have to trust your sources, haven't you, and know
Yes.
if it's pure. And know what you're doing with it. And that side of things, I'm not an expert myself. I'm just the experience of knowing people use it. Lawfully, personal use, disclaimer there. Yeah, so what else can I think of? Herbal teas are a good
Yes.
source of, there's the particular one I use, which really does help calm. I have to, I mean, if I find myself body stressed, I'll have cinnamon because it's got an edge, it's got a spicy edge to it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's tea or whether it's a little bit of spice. I don't have it in food, but that in a tea, it'd be good. There's another one which got a calming effect. And I think whether it's just a psychological point of view that you're drinking it and you're calm, then I don't know, but it seems to work for me, I tell you. Yeah, and then like I was saying about the sympathetic type vitamins and minerals you get at these stores, how do you know they're 100% pure? Because they stick anything on the label, can't they? And like you said before, they could have fluoride in it. Who knows?
Yes.
So yeah, and they don't seem to label anything in my country, you know, in my area anyway. The stores when you get stuff properly, in the sense is it really organic or not? You know, it's same like food or drink, you know. Yeah, so it's looking at those kind of issues. I mean, I'll get back to the point of these guys and women that's come out of the army that's been brainwashed for all this stuff, in my opinion.
Yes.
And it's like coping strategies, really, I suppose. You're looking at the practical, teaching people coping strategies, the how to cope with people like that if they haven't got that, if they need the medication still and they haven't
Right.
got it, or having you got a spare stock up supply of medication for people like that, or even diabetic people. Yeah,
Yes.
sometimes that need that type of drug, and they haven't found an alternative remedy or substitute for that. Again, you could look at your diet. It's all to do with natural things and diet.
Yes.
But if the food isn't there, then you'll resort to like canned food. It's not nutritious, but it's food. Um, is it's looking at. I'm just going on the point of view where one is not out in the countryside that you can kill your own food to eat, you know,
Yeah.
or there's no animals about and they've been killed off or whatever.
Right.
It's just looking. Not everybody can store stuff. How long can you store it for? And also bottled water. I heard of a video once. There's so much water the body needs, isn't it? And
Yes.
how can one store it and change that water supply over? And I can remember one time when we had a shortage of water, I had an old house, previous house I lived in, it was filled up that kept filling up the bathtub every day for our cold water.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and you just got the jug out, you know, and fill it up with
Yes.
your drinks that way, the old-fashioned way. I think a lot of people used to do that perhaps years ago. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
it's helpful what you sort of pass down, little tips you learn off your mum or dad or whatever. You think, oh, I don't really need to know that. Oh, great. Podcast's come in. Hiya.
Hello.
How are you?
Can you hear us?
Any help with information
Hello.
you got, Podcast?
She may be having problems.
Bless her. Yeah, what about you then? What, any ideas? Your point of view, Rebecca?
Oh, what about the water or?
Well, anything really. I mean, it's like I saw
Oh,
this video about the veterans, like if they didn't have any, if they were on the psychotic drugs, the withdrawal symptoms could be really damaging to them. So it's like coping strategies. It can be quite stressful, can it?
yeah. It's like I was saying earlier, and you said about the meditation too. You know, there that's concerned. You know, I've had my brother went to a doctor here in my area. He's from India, the doctor. But he told him to get spiritual with it, and that's what he meant.
Yeah.
The meditation.
Yeah.
You know, and people, you know, people like we said, people are hooked on those drugs. You know, so
it's like when I read these labels, right? Diazepam is one of them, and the side effects is addictiveness.
Yeah.
And then you've got the mind altering. Oh my god, I couldn't believe what I read. Mind altering drugs. So I do strongly believe, after listening and watching a lot of the videos and research that Debbie and Grim's done, I've learned a hell of a lot past year about the. So I strongly believe, my own opinion, got their own, that they are man-made. In my opinion, my experience of labels. I call them labels. It's not who I am. It's just my life experience, the situation. So why you put me on a drug to try and dumb down my brain, which won't work because I'm not made that way. But some people, like, for example, you think about these in hospitals that so-called scientific doctors think people need to be in a psychiatric hospital. And say if shark hits the fan, what's going to happen with those people that might have a diagnosis of schizophrenia? So all these kind of things, it's going to be quite trying times if that happens, no matter where one is in the world, because they're going to be mixed with the community. And if they don't have any backup of good friends and family to help them, then my goodness me, you're thinking on the, will they listen to a family member if they can't just, you know, there's got to be some kind of mechanism about to help these people that are unfortunately, say the electricity went out and the secure units were suddenly, all the doors were unlocked and the patients walked out, and in the community nobody knew who was who, and it'd be chaotic, wouldn't it?
Yes.
So
yes.
It was an interesting one to like. I thought, well, what kind of families like think of training up self-meditation perhaps, and the natural way of helping these people. It's hard, isn't it, when you look at things like that, because their mindsets might not be awoken up to these new ideas, because they might still be in the state system where they're doing, you know, prescription things all the time. Talking therapy. Because I had a friend years ago, and it's like, I mean, she only went in there because she had a really bad time. And she said all they did was just talk to me, because they wanted to take pills. And that didn't help me. You know, they had time for me to talk with me, to talk things through. I think that's what a lot of it is, you know. It's such a time for someone to listen, to understand what they're going through, and a common sense approach sometimes. and it's hard for the other individual to listen and feel it's one-sided sometimes, but perhaps that's what the other individual needs, is just someone there just to be there for them and listen to them, and
confide in them. Yeah,
that might just help them feel better about themselves, and without the need of any kind of institutional environment or medications. And
right.
it's not a quick fix, because if they're used to being in kind of establishment or medication like that, it takes time, their mindset, to come out of that situation. My friend did, it took about a year. And then they like to, and it's actually in UK, they call it community, psychiatrists, community nurses, whatever. And but all they do, she said, that they just go around to her home and talk to her.
Yeah.
And coping strategies, no pills. And it's just like social visit, but just talk to somebody. So I think more people had that ability, natural ability in them. And but you can't do it to strangers, obviously. You have to protect yourself as well, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then if you're already aware what's going on in the bigger picture of things, then I don't know. I suppose it's a hard one, really. That point of view, on that angle, coming. The practical ones are like food and survival techniques and things. But when you're looking on people's mindset, and they've already got situations going on in their lives, whatever it may be, then it's a bit more tricky, I think. You have to be stepping carefully on that one. And especially, like you said earlier, about the hard drugs. Because, whether prescription, non-prescription, like you talked about methadone or whatever, people on that especially, if they're on a program or something, would they have a relapse if they couldn't get the next fix, kind of thing like that. And then how, if they don't have any friends or family, perhaps could they go down the dark side of life, Who knows? Would they be able to, I don't think they would be able to cope with stress today. Everyone's different, I think, in their makeup, in their own personality.
Yes, that is true.
Because when I had something happen to me years ago, so I think at the time, before I know what I know now, then yes, you take the pill, and like I said, the side effects, it's really not ideal for anyone, in my opinion, to take any kind of mainstream medication, because they are chemicals. From what I've got recently, and they dropped their little leaflets. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it's that side effect. So yeah, it's it's everyone's different how they cope with situations of stress. But I've got a post on my wall, and it says, "Without stress, my life would be empty." My mate got that 1 year. It's just stuck on my wall as a reminder. Without stress, my life would be empty. But yeah, what? There's another tip. There's like, if you have plenty of batteries and you don't need your mains electric, and you got your passion CD with some nice relaxation music on as well. To help them on.
Definitely.
And you might not.
You listening to the birds too. Yeah.
Yes. Nature. Yes. If you're fortunate to have that around you, yeah. Because I know half my neighbours would be really like panic mode, and I think I might be the only one calm around it.
I know. Well, here where I live, out in the country, like a lot of people around here, I'd say most of them were probably mentally prepared. Not all of them, what I mean. But the people in the cities, that's the ones that's going to panic and freak out and stuff.
Oh,
So.
And very dangerous place to be when that happens.
Oh, definitely.
It's just observations I'll go for. I mean, I'm in a town. It's not quite a city yet, but
Yeah.
it's getting like that. And the biggest thing I've always wanted to do is move away from it. So I'm further out town. But then I won't have the... I think it's all about, like we talk at a different subject. I won't mention it because it'll cloud the issue. But it's all a deliberate plan by the elites where they want everyone to work and live in the same environment and crammed in together. So, okay, it's going down that avenue. So it is presuming it will get there if it's ride that long. The human race I'm talking about generally. Then it's very more conscious to be aware how to cope in stressful situations if you've got a very thin walls and it's all apartments around.
You know, we've talked before about, you know, these sustainable communities, right?
Yeah.
And I had seen one, you know, found one that was here in my area, you know, and I seen, okay, I know this is got government funding or whatever, because they have a fucking billboard up advertising it to get people to come there. You know, that's, you know, part of the Agenda 2030, you know.
Yeah. And that's what I've right outside me at the moment. Not me, but my home.
I wish I'd have got a picture of it, but, you know, it was on the opposite side of the road, and, you know, but,
because if you're used to a nice, quiet environment and an area where you live and people own their own homes, you've got your land, and suddenly you've got all these apartments building up around you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That could alter one's mindset.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then you feel trapped. You could, if one isn't in the mindset to feel, okay, how much more land do you want to infringe on us, or land grab? I call it land grab because that's what they do around here already. Yeah.
Yes. It's like here they moved a real estate bubble.
Yeah.
Yes, they moved a whole trailer park full of people to build a Walmart.
Good God.
The other Walmart, the old Walmart, you know, like I said before, you know, there was a Cherokee village, like right beside where they built it. You know, they'd done the archaeological thing, and they got all of the stuff out. But anyway, they still built that Walmart there when that should have been a historical site, you know.
Yeah.
The whole
same
area right there.
Yeah. Similar experience. So they built this great big
want to erase it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to erase the history. Yeah.
That's it. It's like they found this block of flats are built on an old railway from the 1950s. So that would be like really cool. I've seen the pictures in the local library about it. And luckily it's on a sort of slopey hill kind of thing, so if it floods down further down the bottom, I don't get affected. But my other house was right further up a hill, but more of a laying playing field area. But the old days, you're talking, I'm sure it was haunted, because years ago I saw the photos and the I can't say the word tonight. It used to be, it used to be the poor school, a poor house, workhouse, workhouse, where, and the row of houses, terrace houses, got knocked down, and then the ones I moved into years ago were built over those, and then the hospital they built on the old derelict ground, whether it's redeveloped now, but it was known as a workhouse, and obviously in a period of time there's a lot of deaths, and women were one section, men were one section, and then the children as well. And it's those that, like the state system, the benefit system in the UK now, well, that wasn't around then. So going to that, they called it, I think the old system them days were cruel and evil. So Yeah,
Didn't
and then before that, even go back further, apparently, the land was pure fields, lush fields. So they built all that big building, most
mm,
probably on them days, the government funding.
for progress.
Yeah. So more so over the years, they've massively called it. It's going to open next January. That's the plan. And from the viewpoint, it's a massive 5-story building opposite me
Mm,
with smart technology built
mm,
in.
yeah.
And it's not that brilliant.
Blocking view.
So
I
it's
mean,
blocking
yeah.
out one.
The
I mean,
sky.
smartphone, you know, I got my GPS got us lost yesterday, so that's how fucking smart that shit is.
Yeah.
You know, really, it's not. You know,
Oh,
I mean,
I heard someone saying, I've got to, there's a lady I've been to earlier, and she said, I've got to get my smart. I said, if you're going to get all this tech, I said, are you aware it does affect your health? I'm going to get just a broadband connection, you know, just say, look, here's, give us a bit of paper and I'll write down a website for you to look at and to get her thinking. And she's that kind of woman that might just do that. I
right.
said, you really want all those TV channels? I said, why don't you just get the broadband? You can get free TV if you download it
Yeah,
offline.
right.
You know it's all pre-recorded, don't you? I said. And I
Mm,
said, you do realise if you get Wi-Fi, I'm trying to get rid of mine, and just get your broadband in for your internet, like. And it made to think.
yeah,
But yeah, it's just getting people just putting little things in their mind, isn't it? But that building
yeah.
is an ugly building anyway. It
Mm,
could imagine. Have you ever seen that? There's a movie out there, I can't remember what it's called now, and Bruce Willis is in it, and set in the future, where you had these cars go up the side of the building, and cars are flying, and yeah, and
oh,
it's
that
quite.
was the Fifth Element.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So this blinking building opposite reminds me of an environment like that.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I could see with the Agenda 2030 that kind of movie, the storyline aspect will seem to
Yeah.
be like where
Oh,
you'll be
yeah.
cracked.
I mean, and you got to look at the other side too. You know, the idiocracy.
Yeah.
You know, here in the U.S., who our president is going to be is whatever Trump. You know,
Yeah.
you know, and then he's appointing
It's a joke.
all these people. He said he wasn't going to appoint, you know, lobbyists and shit like that. And the head of Exxon is the Secretary of State. Wasn't that right?
Oh God.
Yeah, the federal
Then-
guy was really bad.
And then the Secretary of Labor is the head of Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
No.
You know, if you've seen that movie Idiocracy, you'll get the joke there.
My. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
It's going to be interesting.
it's one of them that's
Yeah.
funny but not funny. You know, it's like it's like the 1984 movie. You know, but
Oh yeah.
dumbed
Well, I
down.
can see the real estate bubble happening. And, you know, this is just the beginning, and then it's going to explode, and then everybody will be stuck in little bitty apartments.
Mhm. Yeah.
The people that got big bank loans. And
But like we said, you know, about the chip, the RFID chip in that Idiocracy movie, they had the tattoo, the barcode tattoo.
And
You know,
those things
you had to
can
have that.
read your thoughts, because when you have a thought, your neck muscles contract, and they've had like it's a little bit bigger than a postage stamp that tattoos right to your skin, and that definitely reads your thoughts. And they'll try to sell it for like, oh, it's to, you know, your medical record, you're this, you're that.
Yeah.
But no, it will read your thoughts once you have that applied.
Yeah, and also I watched this movie the other night called Equals. I don't watch many movies, but um, something about it. Anyway, it was about, in the future, how they like to genetically engineer everything, where they genetically engineered the human race to have no emotions.
Oh,
Okay, and yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's what they want.
people would randomly kill themselves. Say a woman would kill herself, and then the next day a man would kill himself. So see, that they're programming whatever it was. How did I put it? Shit. Anyway, something's changed in their brain or whatever, the programming, and they started to feel emotion, towards that other person, right? Okay, and I don't want to give away the whole movie, but anyway, check it out. It's pretty interesting, because that's what they want to do, no emotion. That's why they've been desensitizing us to all this stuff over the years.
oh yeah.
They want you not to think anything about kids getting blowed up or
Yeah.
people killing themselves or things like that.
Well, anybody
Yeah.
with high emotions or reacting, they immediately put them on pills.
But this is what
They want everybody to act the same and be the same.
This is what they did in this movie to people that they felt had that wrong with them. Okay, you had a disease. It was a disease. If you felt emotions, it was a disease, and they put you on some kind of medication. I forget what it was called. And it was stage 1, and then stage 2, I forget. Stage 3, you went to the den, and there they encouraged you. The nurses and shit encouraged you to kill yourself.
Mm-hmm.
They encouraged it.
No, I could see that.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I mean,
that's almost how it is now. The people that you meet, like your school teachers and stuff, they're trained not to even, care. It's horrendous,
It is. And look at the stuff they put out on the news and stuff like that. They want you to be that depressed to kill yourself.
And the doctors and the nurses just, to know that you're giving somebody a poisonous injection or, a mammogram with so much radioactive, it's just horrible.
It is.
To be able to do that to somebody intentionally. But yeah, that's their main key. They don't like happiness. They like to keep that energy down.
Vibration low, yeah.
The vibration low, yeah. If you just go flat freaking crazy and just laugh like me, I don't like that at all.
It was like I did last night on the after chat thing. I just started laughing at something.
And stop. Yeah,
I
hate
couldn't
that.
stop. And they're like, "Can you please mute yourself? You can talk." I'm like, "I'm sorry." I couldn't help it. So I got tickled at something popped in my head there. I don't. Anyway.
Yeah.
It was funny.
I must have fell asleep. 1 minute I was in, then I got booted out, and then I must have fell asleep. Okay, but
Yeah. But yeah, that was why I had that show yesterday. I know the people being down and stuff like that. People need to be.
Yeah, it's tough to get
up.
Christmas.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I know
It's never like in the movies.
No, it's more commercial.
It's so commercialized. Well, this is something I didn't get to say the other day when this topic was brought up on the show. Like how people would visit family in these times of year. And well, that's the only time of year they can do it. Well, that's for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's national holidays, right? So that's the only days they can get off of work to do that.
Oh yeah, and get off of school to even be able to travel to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Family.
But yeah, and like they said,
UK, right? they have a lot of these adverts, a big pressure, like constantly family orientated stuff, and there's a lot of, and they put the adverts on like Salvation Army adverts, and my mate was telling me she watched telly, I don't, and like just check on your neighbour if she's elderly, you know, and not just cold weather, the lonely ads, you know, because I might have lost somebody or might just, you know, whatever situation. And they might find seeing a group of people, their families, whatever, just a trigger.
But isn't it kind of creepy how society is set up to where you only visit your family during the holidays?
Yes.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like you have to have permission to visit, group up your family at the party.
Exactly.
It's like almost government sanctioned permission.
Please, can I go see my mommy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It's bad.
It is.
Pictures.
I said in the text to my lad yesterday. They've had a baby girl, and I said when you're able to, because all their new parents and stuff, and they live outside London area down that end in UK. I said when you're able to travel well enough, you know, let me know, and just using technology to keep in contact, you know, and obviously they're adults in their own right, so he's got her family to deal with because they're quite closer than I. So when you got the other grandparents or other relatives on a, say you're married or whatever, to deal with as well. So you've got the conflict, haven't you? You've got like, I'll go see my mum. No, I'm seeing my mum. No, I'm seeing my relative. How'd you juggle it?
Right. I'm sorry. Excuse my little one there.
Oh, bless her.
And hey to the chat there. Ed, Sentinel, P. Marie, Billy, Event Skeptic, Debbie, and you're in there, Foxy. Dave. Goodness gracious, child. Hey, everybody else that's watching and not chatting.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's natural. At least it didn't come out the other end.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, God. Oh, but the link's in the YouTube there if anybody wants to join. So.
I made a loud burp.
Oh, God.
Mama, want me to put this in?
No.
This?
What is that?
I can eat it.
I'm sorry.
It's the mute show.
I'm sorry. She was asking to do something, and I was like, "No, don't do that." So, won't add sugar to an already sugary drink. So,
Oh.
no.
Yes,
No.
Hey, do you still
Making a battle plan on how to get through Christmas without gaining a bunch of weight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we know homemade
have
cookies
eggnog?
are going to have to be done.
Oh no, I don't do eggnog.
Egg today, but I didn't.
What is it made of? Eggs? Or is it something else?
It might have eggs in it. I think so. It has, yes. It's real thick. It has spices.
Oh, is it?
Oh, I do like it.
Oh.
Yeah, we just got back from Christmas shopping. It
Okay.
wasn't too
bless.
bad. It wasn't very busy. But it was pretty busy, but not horrendous.
It's
Yeah,
a nightmare around here.
It'll be a nightmare for pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
I guarantee you tomorrow, Sunday,
everything
which
went
I'm not
smooth.
going to do yet, and people after work or the shops will like it. I don't know if they extend the hours. Some shops do in one's area. You know.
Yeah.
And then you always seem to get the single blokes. I don't know if it's just single blokes, but I saw last year rushing around, you know, these perfect shops. Or the jewelry shop. For the
It's last minute shoppers. Traditionally,
Yeah.
I would shop on Christmas Eve, but that was the best time because the stores would be empty. But then it got to where the economy was crappy, and then it was Christmas Eve was busy, so then I quit doing that.
It's, like we said, it's too commercialized,
It
and
is.
it's not even about what they say it's about. It's the winter solstice. You know, it's not no Jesus's birthday or nothing like that.
Celebration.
It's just
Well, that's what I'm
celebration
just
of the change.
glad
Oh, it
that
is.
it'll start getting brighter and sunnier. And then, like me and my husband were talking on the way there, is we're at our happiness right after the holidays, because then what we're going to do lay out the year ahead of us, and get a battle plan on that. That gets us happier than just muddling through the holidays.
Battle plan.
Yeah, well, you have to.
I don't have. I have a plan, but it's you got to think about what can go wrong too. Like that's why the mental preparedness. If things go wrong, don't freak out.
Oh yeah. All our plans have, if this goes wrong, this, and backups.
Yeah.
But every time we make plans, we always make them. So I mean, it's always positive that whatever we do, schedule to do, we definitely get it done and get more done on top of it. So it's well, you don't want to. Yeah, exactly. Your dollar could be worth 50 cents on the dollar. A lot of bad things can happen.
Oh yeah, it can.
Next time.
Things are going to get squirrely.
Especially the food prices go up.
Well, yeah, housing
Mm-hmm.
and interest rates creeped up, so that just happens. So you have to wait for the ripple effect for that.
Yeah.
And then gas prices will shoot up pretty soon too, I bet. It always, right after the election, it shoots up. Right before a major election, shoot down. And then right after, it'll start creeping up.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how design. We don't know. Yeah.
Well, you see people use their credit cards to get by, because that's the only way they can do it, perhaps for Christmas and their families.
No, that's really bad if you're stuck on credit cards.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's another way they keep you in the enslaved too, with that debt.
Yeah. The paper
you don't need to buy all this expensive crap. You don't. I remember when I was a kid, we used to make gifts. Well, we get gifts bought for us and stuff. What? But we would make gifts for people too. That's the way they would do way back when. You would make the gifts.
And
you
the
wouldn't go out and
decoration.
buy it. And the decorations too, yeah. I remember doing that when I was a kid, making the popcorn chains.
And yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it is. And other thing, paper chains. The lengths of the paper.
Collect the pine cones.
But collect pine cones.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think your ideas came over to UK when I was growing up. That's what my church family were raised in the church, and the American ideas came over with American missionaries.
Oh,
paper chains, the acorns.
Here.
Yeah. But like we said, it's this winter solstice celebration, so it's the religion thing there again,
Do they worship the moon? I don't know much, or season. I don't know much
What?
about the winter solstice.
The solstice. That's
Yeah,
The shortest day of the year.
that's what it is.
And then the days will start getting longer and longer. So it's the darkest, day
Yeah.
of the year.
So they dress up in Jewett's clothes. So Jewett's, is that the terminology?
I don't know how they
People that-
celebrate it.
I just
Well,
thought
they're
it,
all
the
different
word
celebrations
yeah.
for the winter solstice.
oh, Druids. Is that what she was saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Druids. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like we've said lots. I've heard it said lots on here by Grimm and Debbie and others. About how they hijacked the religion.
Yeah.
Not the religion.
Oh, astronomy.
The ancient traditions in the astronomy, and they put it in religion, use it to control people. That's the same
Yeah,
with Christmas too. Like we said about, that's the only days of the year you can go visit your family, because that's the only days that you're out of school or work.
Yeah, or work. Yeah.
Holidays.
So then that
Holy
just seems
days, like Tamara said. Holy days.
like Super Bowl Sunday, crime rate drops down real low because everybody's watching the football game.
Is that usually
And that's
on
another one too.
is it?
It's
In America.
another control mechanism.
The football, that's another control thing too. Distraction.
Yeah.
Like religion.
On
Yeah,
Saturday,
they take everything.
in
They
UK,
take everything like that.
football.
They take everything like that and use against us.
Yeah.
You
I'm not into sports like that.
yeah.
I would never go out with a guy that was into sports. I don't know why, but there is.
I don't have nothing wrong with sports,
in here.
but nationalized like it is now, it's like and they have these big Super Bowl shows and crap, that's
Yes, spending tons of money on stadiums and stuff.
yes.
That's not
subliminal
helpful.
messages and conditioning and all that stuff, that's used against us. That
It was a big, huge satanic,
Yes.
hoopla. You get all
it's
these
just a
weird
ritual. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
ritual.
ritual.
Yeah.
It makes
it may not even be
watch it.
may not even be satanic, it's just a ritual,
Well, I didn't know what word to come up with. I was confused, but ritual is a better word for it. But but it's just like all the people watching it don't know the symbolism, and then you have these turkeys in the background putting it in, and hello.
Yeah. Gas Mask just said in the chat about the winter solstice it's the 21st. The sun reaches its farthest point south, stays there for 3 days, then starts moving forward. Astral theology. Thank you for that.
So that 3 days of being down, yes, it's almost the symbolize of Jesus, 3 days.
Yeah. I know, Fag Paper, I talked to him about that before, and there where you get the 3 days of the
Don't charge my phone on there.
no, I'm charging mine.
Well, I think
No,
I saw
I'm
that on
charging mine.
the History Channel, so that's just what popped in my head. It wasn't my own
Yeah,
observance.
the 3 days where Jesus was dead and then risen.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't it 3 days?
Yeah, I
Something
think
like that.
so. But
Anyway.
but they were coinciding the astronomy to the religion.
Yeah.
Which is
Yes.
good that it's on television showing,
Right.
correlation. So
Yes, it is. So, okay. And the link's there if anybody wants to join us here. I'm about to end it here in a few minutes. So, gotta eat and stuff. The link's there if you want to join there for a minute, and then you can stay on after whatever. You got anything else to add?
no, I mean,
No, I was going to read out the name of herbal tea. And that's
cool.
meant to help calm and relax naturally. I'm going to spell it because I'm not going to pronounce it right. It's CAMOMILE.
Chamomile.
That's it. And it's 100% content in the 100%, yeah. And it's 250 ml. And you freshly boil the water. Bit of honey. I add a bit of honey into it. Depends on your taste. And then the cinnamon one. It's good to warm you up in this cold weather. And that's organic herb. Higher living or something like. And then if you've got a gut problem or indigestion, because that does affect the mind if your gut's playing up, 3 ginger herbal tea bag herbs, that's 100%.
Yeah.
Ginger root, natural ginger root. It's got turmeric root in it. Yeah, and that's good. Oh yeah, and I was going to mention about the Passiflora drops. Now I don't know if anyone knows this make, but it's made in Switzerland, and I think it's still healthy. I haven't tried them for ages. I just found some. I thought I had some somewhere. They're drops. You can get tablet form or the drops. It's 100% pure. You just put it in with some natural water. 20 drops twice a day with a little water for adults. Not recommended for children, this particular make. I have to get and spell the word out. A.VOGEL. And it's a company, I don't know if it still exists, but it's Bioforce AG in Switzerland. I have to look at that, see if it got anything on the internet I can order. But that's Switzerland. Pure Passiflora. So that I found that bottle cost me 10 quid, mind you. The for iron, i.e. to get off mainstream medication. This is one I used to take. I've run out, so I need to get some more. The 30 meg, that's quite, I suppose, a weak strand, and it's 100% sea kelp, KELP. And so if one needs an iron, if you can't get it in your food, I suppose 1-3 times a day of these ones I take. So everyone's entitled, depends what you need.
Yeah.
So you go, and a good one. If one's got physical disabilities and aches and pains, this is just a different mate, but a double claw. You can use gel or you can use tablet form, and that's joint pain relief if you can't get any herbal substitute. If the shop's open, mind you. There you go. Half penny's worth.
Yeah. Because when the shit hits the fan situation, that's the first things that'll go will be all the medications.
Yeah.
But there's natural remedies for all that, like we've talked about before. But so that's good. It's good. It's really important to get to know all them things. Like I've said, you can get books on that yourself and read up on it, and like we said, do your own research. Make sure you can take that stuff, and you're not allergic to it or anything like that.
Exactly. It's a good guide. If one can get a book on homeopathy, is it? Homeopathy, Pathy, and you might be able to learn how to make your own.
Yeah.
And the book I got cost me 50p in the second-hand shop. On that subject. Whoops. I wonder where that went. I put some picture highlighted page, and the page it was actually, funny enough, on mental and emotion aspects. And if you're feeling slowness and sluggish of thought, and it's tips and treatments, and the book is an emotional, goes into your emotional and aggressiveness and all these different subjects, and basically about tapping method as well, without taking anything. And again, that's a psychological thing. Mineral, rock salt, sodium chloride. It's quite useful tips, information, as you said. You're right. Study and learn for yourself. Mind you, why do I put it away when I can have it? A natural medicine. I got a massive, great big. This one I got in a second-hand shop. It's still helpful, and it's got all the diagrams of herbal.
Cool.
Bloody heavy. Goodness me, yeah, it's massive, and it's got everything you can think of for women and blokes, and all the herbal remedies, what they're used for, and alternative treatments as well. And it gives you dosage and preparations and when to seek, and about heat exhaustion as well. And various topics, and tongue, the teeth, cold, everything you can think of. Bloody hell, it's quite big. And you got it for 50. Yeah, and massage. That's a good one. Self-help, time massage, if you learn techniques of that. Say if you get a frozen shoulder, have you heard that terminology before? And then sort of, if you know, little tips about like the teaching scouts or whatever. Practical things about that. So I got one of that. That goes into like what to do if you've got a broken bone, that kind of thing, practical things like that. But yeah, and homeopathic medicines and what they are and stuff.
I just want to say hey to Eric. Hey, Eric.
Hello, Eric.
And he said it was Jesus was 2 days, and then on the third day he rose. So
yes, I was taught that.
I thought I'd put that out there. I couldn't remember, so much stuff in there. But
yeah, good luck.
Yeah. Anyway, if you want to join us here after we go off live, go right ahead, y'all. But thanks for joining. Like I said, I'll probably be back on. I'll be back doing about the weaponry probably Monday. Yeah, I'll do it Monday. Then after that, I probably won't be able to do much. Be busy and stuff. But I'll try to do something. I don't know what to. But anyway.
Through the holidays, that'd be good.
Yeah. But thanks y'all out there for joining. If you want to join, I'll throw the link in there again. There you go. Anyway, shit, I closed the window.
When I do that.
Anyway, okay. Thanks for joining, everybody. So peace, love, help each other. So
yeah. Bye, bye.
Bye.
Everybody. Shout out to everybody. All our friends. So you know who you are. Yes. Okay. Yeah.